Good evening, everyone. We're at Streetlight Ministries once again, and it is September 24th. Where has summer gone? It is now fall, and that's hard to believe. I don't feel older, but I guess I am. But anyway, we're gonna talk about. We're still into the series of talking about. I don't like calling them names of God because God only has one name, but the attributes of God. So we're going to talk about, tonight, we're going to talk about Jehovah Jireh. So let's get started. Jehovah, that's the name of God, the Father. Jireh, translated from Yod-He Vav-He, and then Jireh, means the Lord will provide. And it's one of the most popular names for God. Of course it is, because he's saying that I will take care of you. I will feed you, I will clothe you, I will give you a living. How can you how can that not be one of your favorites? To understand this name for God more fully, we need to go back to the story where we first hear this name for him. Jehovah Jireh is first used in the Old Testament with the story of Abraham in Genesis 22. Now, I don't know if you recognize that right away, but in Genesis 22 is when Abraham is going to sacrifice Isaac at the altar. Genesis 22:14, and Abraham called the name of the place, the Lord will provide, after Jehovah Jireh, because he absolutely provided, and he provided the ram. Abraham said that God was going to provide a lamb, but God didn't provide a lamb until 2,800, 2,900 years later. Across the valley, and that's why it says when it says that Abraham looked afar off, that word there, shaun, means in time and in distance. So he's looking into the future across the valley and sees the place where Jesus was going to be crucified. And the proof of that is in John chapter 8, verse 56. It said that John writes that Abraham longed, he's quoting Jesus, he said, Abraham longed to see my day, and he saw it. Where did he see his day? 2,900 years earlier, 2,800 years earlier, off to the side of Mount Moriah. He was on the side of Mount Moriah, and he was looking over the hill at Golgotha. In the mount of the Lord, it shall be provided. So what was provided was an alternative sacrifice for Isaac. So I just want you to know that whenever we need provision, and it doesn't have to be financial provision, because many of us are doing fine financially, but we may need provision because we're struggling, or we're depressed, or we're having trouble at home, or we have family crises. We've all been through those, all of us. So anyway, Jehovah Jireh. That's one of my favorite attributes of who God is. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again in a week. Remember, you can find us, and please pass this along to friends. Streetlight Bible Studies 4006, and be a blessing to someone every day, and let others bless you. Have a good night.